What is going on, Eduardo? This is Nicholas O'Neill with Leo Digital SEO, and I have this video here that is going to greatly help you in your area over there in Riverside, California. It's going to have 3 pointers for you, and that's going to be content, backlinks, and citation. Then I'll show you the opportunity of taking these steps for your business and why you're going to want to go ahead and start doing these to start generating more traffic for the business. So I know you don't have a website up. But you're going to want to go ahead and get a website up first things first. But until then, we're going to use your top competition, Epoxy Flooring Riverside, as they are the #1 over there in Riverside, California, right? So we're going to use their website as an example. Okay, so point #1 is content, right? And generally Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words. Now that's depending on competition and the number of keywords needed. You're asking what a keyword is. A keyword is anything someone might type into Google when they're looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, right, you can place these keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website found for. For an example, one of your keywords could be epoxy coatings, Riverside, California, or it could be polished concrete, Riverside, California, designer concrete, Riverside, California. The list goes on and on and on, right? So we got Epoxy Flooring Riverside in a word counter to see how they're stacking up. And they are at 1,600 words. So when you get your website up, you're going to want to get it up to 2,000 words at least. #1, so that you can be considered an authority by Google with your homepage. And #2 is going to be so you can get these keywords that I'm about to show you in there. Google doesn't like a lot of keywords and not enough content on the homepage. So you want to get that content up, right? We go over here to a tool called Ahrefs that I have. This is a tool that I use and pay for monthly. There are free tools out there that you can use, but this is just what I go with to get more information on websites and the competitors' websites. We have Epoxy Flooring Riverside in here, and we can see exactly what keywords they're using to give you some more ideas, right? So if we look, let's go ahead and put the ones more specific to just Riverside. And we can see what keywords are actually being used for that, right? So these would be a couple keywords for Riverside epoxy coating, right? Flooring Riverside, that's one keyword. There's 60 people searching for that monthly, and this KD is going to be keyword difficulty. It's on a scale of 0 to 100, and it's going to be how hard or how easy it is to rank for this keyword on Google. This is the traffic they're getting for it, and this is their ranked position for it. So they're not ranked too high for these words right here, right? All right, on to point #2 for you, Eduardo. That's going to be a backlink. And a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another. Or in this case, when you get your website built and up, there'll be one other website linking back to Republic or Epoxy's website, right? So these links, they act like an endorsement of your website from others, and Google uses this to build trust in your business and your website by seeing other websites vouch for it. It's literally like a popularity contest where the person with the most wins, or in this case, the most websites pointing back to them, to their website, is winning that quote unquote popularity contest. So if we go back to my tool Ahrefs here, we have Epoxy Flooring Riverside in here, and we see that they have 2.3 thousand backlinks and 717 referring domains linking back to their page, right? So they're doing a pretty good job on that popularity contest and getting other websites linking back to their page. The idea is if it works for them, then it'll work for your website too, Eduardo. So we would go in here and we would see exactly what websites they have linking to them. And you would go in, create an account, and you would get a link or a post going back to your website, right? I do want to point out that not all links are created equal. So it is worth noting to stay relevant to your industry, and local websites will work best. To further that point, this number right here, this DR number, that is a domain rating. Now this is on a scale of 0 to 100 as well. And the higher this number is right here, then the more power that Google is giving this website right here. And you want to have those high powered websites linking back to your websites because it'll give your website more power, and it'll start ranking you a lot faster. Once you start to get below that 20 DR, then they're usually not too good because, one link like this could be better compared to 5 or 10 of those 20 DR links, right? So on to the last point that I have for you, Eduardo. Let's go over here to the map pack section, and that's going to be a citation, right? So we're going to look over here, this Google business profile. I know you don't have one set up right now, but you're going to want to get one of these set up. So the citation is going to be your business name, address or service area, and phone number, exactly as it's shown right here on your Google business profile. So these citations right here, they help you rank in this Google Map Pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since they can generate huge amounts of revenue. If someone puts in epoxy coating Riverside, California, then you want to make sure you're that top 3 right there, right? Nobody's going to go to page 2 or 3 for their businesses in that area. So these citations that I'm talking about are included in directories like Yelp, Angie's Expertise, BBB, and there's hundreds of others I'm sure you may have heard of, Eduardo. Social media accounts are great as well. So to give you an example of that, once you create this Google business profile, right, on your Facebook business page, you'd want to put your business name, address or service area, and phone number on that Facebook business page exactly as it's shown right here. And Google would read that and count that as one citation. So then you do that for Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, the list goes on and on and on, right? And the idea is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet because they constantly have bots crawling the internet to see whose presence is felt most compared to their competitors. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google begins to trust you and your website. And once Google starts to see you more often than these cats right here, then the more likely it is they're going to rank you above them. I can go ahead and tell you right now that your best bet's going to be go ahead and get this Google business profile page up. They are a little bit stronger in the area of backlinking for that organic side. So get you one of these up, right? Get those citations going and get those reviews up. And you should have, a fairly easy time getting in this top 3 section within, 3 to 5 to 6 months. No problem. All right, Eduardo. So let's cap it all back up, right? Once you get that content up of 1,500 to 2,000 words, you're getting those keywords in there, right? Once you have that website build. And then once you get those backlinks going, you're starting to win, that popularity contest. You've got other websites linking back to your website that you get built up. And then last but not least, you want to get that Google business page up, right? And once you start to kill that and you have those citations in there and those reviews up, well, we can look and see how these guys are doing from that, right? So they're getting 12 people to their website a month, which honestly isn't that great. They're using, I can tell you right now, they're using the wrong keywords to drive in traffic. But let's just go with, let's say you had 12 people coming to your website a month, right? And let's say out of those 12, only, 5 picked up the phone, Eduardo, to call you for a job or a service that you offer. And then let's say you only close about 2 or 3 of those. Well, off of those 3 points alone that we talked about, even with these guys doing a bad job of it, right, that's 2 to 3 new jobs a month, like month on end, right? Because of those 3 points that we talked about. I don't know what your profit margins are, but I would imagine that would help you out greatly on top of what you're doing right now. This number is usually higher. This is just a tool that I use, but we don't have Google's exact numbers. And as I said, they probably are not using the right keywords to be ranking for over there. So yeah, you can almost guarantee that these numbers are going to be higher when you get this part of it right. Yeah, Eduardo, that is it for the video, man. This is what I do for a living, and I am making this video in hopes that it'll start helping you generating more leads online. So if you do find yourself wanting more for the business and you want to continue scaling, man, feel free to reach out and I can help you with some more information, or we can talk about the goals of the business and I can do some research to see what could be realistic for your business and what it will take to reach those goals. Eduardo, I would just ask that you would leave one line of feedback for me, my man, whether something was clear, whether something wasn't clear, or if you just have any more questions, reach back out to me. Again, my name is Nick O'Neill, and feel free to reach back out as my door is always open. You can get back to me on Messenger or via my cell at 832-728-9003. Thank you again for watching, brother, and hope you have a blessed day.